Hi, Fadi here. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 4 stages we go through when we learn new information. So when we learn information, we go through 4 stages. I'm sure some of you heard of them before. The first stage is the unconscious incompetence stage. It's when you don't know what you don't know. For example, let's say you're interested in playing tennis and you go for your first lesson with your coach to learn how to play tennis. And the coach starts telling you that all about these swings and plays in tennis, like the forehand, the backhand, or other types of shots that you've never heard of before. So you didn't know that they even existed. At that point, you're at the unconscious incompetence level. You don't know that all these plays and shots actually existed. Then the coach starts teaching you, and he starts telling you how and showing you how each shot is made. And you go and look at that, and now you become consciously incompetent. So the second stage is conscious competence. It's when you know that you don't know. You know that these shots existed. The coach showed you how these shots are made, but you still don't know how to do it. Then you start taking a few lessons. The coach takes you over the procedure and steps of how to perform each shot, and you start getting practice. So that's the third stage of the learning cycle, which is the conscious competence level. When you know how it is done and you start applying it step by step, but you have to consciously think about it. You have to consciously apply the material or information that was taught to you by your coach. And you stay there, and as long as you're teachable and you get new information from your coach, each session or each training session, you always learn more, apply the material, you make a lot of mistakes. Each time you become better and better and better. And all of a sudden, at one point, you become unconsciously competent in certain shots. So you no more thinking about it. You just play. If the coach asks you, do a forehand, you just swing it. You just play it. You don't think that, okay, I have to make my arm this way. I have to swing it all the way down. I have to hit the ball at a certain angle. You don't think about it. You just hit it. So that's the unconscious competence level, which is also called autopilot, because you're just operating without thinking. It becomes a habit. And the reason it's important that you know these 4 stages, because regarding any subject that you are at, that you're trying to learn, you are at one stage or another. The goal is always to reach the unconscious competence stage, because that's where things happen easily. That's when the magic happens. That's when you do things and you put effort, but it seems like it's going your way easily because you're not thinking about it. You're just doing it, and it's automatic. It's like driving your car, from work to home. Maybe first you'll see the directions, and you are consciously following the signs or the GPS. First time, second time, maybe after 10 times, you just drive home. You just drive home, and sometimes you're thinking of something else, and you just wonder, how did I arrive home? I didn't realize how did I actually arrive, because you were not thinking about it. You were at the unconscious competence level. So the reason, again, I'm sharing this with you, because the information I'm sharing with you and the success principles that are available for free at successmasterycoach.com and through the emails I'm sending you. At the start, some of the principles or knowledge that you are exposed to, you might be at first at the unconscious incompetence level. You didn't know that it existed. And then you read it or you hear it and you said, okay, I know that now, but how it is done? How can I achieve this? How can I do this? How can I think this way? How can I act this way? How can I achieve a certain thing? And then you start learning how to do it, and you can do that by a variety of methods. And I shared with you a lot of tools and courses and concepts that you can actually use to implement the material I'm sharing with you in a practical way at the conscious competence level. So you apply it, you observe other people applying it, you see the results, and you learn by doing. You learn by doing it and putting it into implementation until you develop enough neural pathways and strong habits that will make the whole process become very natural without thinking about it. And you start thinking habitually in a positive way. Instead, you might be now thinking by habit in a very negative way, because that's the way your habits or your neural pathways that was developed around thinking about certain things, it might have created those habits that are not serving you well. So by doing it at the conscious competence level, over and over and over and over again, that's why you need to be reading books every day, you need to be listening to audios every day, you need to be exposing your mind and your brain and your thoughts to positive input, because we live in a very negative world. We live in a very negatively oriented environment. So you stay at the conscious competence level for a while, and then you develop enough neural pathways and enough habits that will make you think positively, and your positive ball of energy will grow bigger than your negative ball of energy. That's when things become easier. Things go your way, and you start seeing results more quickly, and you start believing more, and you start being motivated more to do action. That's the moment where the magic happens. Finally, I want to encourage you to go back and read one of my posts on the 4 stages of learning, and observe yourself when you are learning this information, and when you are learning and trying to understand the information shared at successmasterycoach.com, and notice yourself at which stage you are, and always aim towards the unconscious competence level. That's where success happens. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a great day.